Yeah. Now, then tell me about in the next 5 years, where you see that because we have educated the masses.
Sure.
Okay, and so now we're coming on. I'd like to say, in a mass consumption like state of mind, the craft brew industry in the past 5 years, I'm going to say,
Sure.
has totally changed. Completely.
Sure.
Okay. So, where do you see it going, and what are the strides that brewers like yourself have to go to continue to educate the masses and to make things that are to make beer or art, okay,
Sure.
More accessible, and to create more community.
Well, that's the greatest part of the craft beer industry, right? It's what's happening without brewers or brew pubs or breweries intentionally educating people. They're already getting that education by saying, I want to expand my horizons. Go to one craft brewery in their local environment and tasting that beer. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully it's consistent, as we talked about.
Yeah, right.
And then saying, wow, asking these questions. Why is this different than what I bought at the grocery store for the last 20 years? Education is the consumer seeing things happening in their community. The only way the craft beer industry is going to grow and continue to boom is if people start caring about community. And that's where the craft beer industry has really got the niche in. There's no way that organic food stores are going to impact, say, a community like a craft brewery can do. Craft breweries are also doing, bringing that community in, is having events with music, doing what they do. That's all right. Now you're going to be on YouTube. Yeah. Now you don't have a choice. Craft breweries are going to always bring their community in, and that's the best part about it. Is for some reason, whatever reason, as artists, the craft brewing industry is going to bring in other artists of all walks of life, music to art festivals, and craft beer just seems to pair with everything within that spectrum, and it opens people's eyes that we need to get back down to what's happening in your community, what's going on right here. And craft beer is kind of a hub of that, It's saying, here's craft beer. Not everyone can drink. Not everyone enjoys beer in general. But as soon as you start realizing it's better quality over quantity, it's something that's going to bring all the other artists out, and community and people and families that can come so they can enjoy craft beer and have children involved. So many different things that can bring all of that together is what's going to build communities and craft beer industry.
So tell me what you are doing other than, I'm not saying that brewing beer is not something that is building community. I'm saying what are you doing beside brewing beer? Hold on. What projects are you working on?
Well, I'm working on, as soon as we get set up here to rebrand, I'll be working on a whole new setup for going to beer festivals and really getting involved in my community. Trying to say, hey, here we are, this is what I'm making, and starting to do things that are going to benefit our local community. Not just raising money for some kind of an organization, but educating the locals. Getting my word out there that here's where your local beer is. Being a brew pub, I can't sell beer to go. Which is very nostalgic for where I get to brew here. And it's a special little thing that as the industry starts to grow and gets bigger, everybody, we want to move this whole movement out to the masses. But at the same time, in our community as brewers and the craft beer industry, we want to keep it local and keep it small and give our customers the freshest product possible is the only way we're going to prove to the world that this is the way to go if you're going to consume alcohol in the craft beer industry. Macro brews are just putting something in a bottle to get it out to people. It's not going to draw them in. You know?
Do you think that's a? Do you think Coors Light or Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch they're doing a disservice?
No, not by any means. They're not doing a disservice by any means. Like we mentioned earlier, we're talking about consistency. What they have done is had consistency for forever, pretty much. And that's something that every craft brewer can learn from.
Yeah.
And it's very important that we keep that in our mind, that consistency and taking care of your customer for a product that they're going to believe in, count on, and know what they're paying for is very important. And we as a craft brewing industry would never want to change that.
Of course. Yeah.
We want to prove it even better.
It would almost
with
put you out
better
of business to do that.
It would.
Right?
Sure. Not doing a disservice by any means. Maybe a little customer confusion. For America, there's a lot of that going on out there, right?
Everything.
But being honest is the most important thing, and we've seen some change in that. I think, where they're investing. Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a threat by any means that macro brewers are trying to get in the craft beer industry.
No, they are. Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any competition in this industry. There never really has.
Yeah.
The only competition is between macro and micro.
Okay.
I think it's extremely important that those merge for the life of this industry to continue in the country and give everybody what they want to learn and do.
Because it's not going to stop.
It's never going to stop.
Yeah, people are always going to drink beer.
Budweiser, for example, and those the macro brews have done nothing but support the craft beer industry.
Yeah.
A lot of people would say that it hasn't happened, but you want to talk about major beer fests, craft beer festivals going on around the country. The GABF, Great American Beer Fest, for example, couldn't happen without the support we have from those macro brews. And that's something to be very well respected, I think.
Yeah. Do you think big corporations like Unibev, do you think
InBev, all the distributors,
Do you think they're starting to feel like
I think at this point they're extremely threatened at this point.
Right.
Trying to find their space.
Yeah.
To all merge into the right spot where there's no competition. Distributing companies in general, that will go on for a while. We're hoping that just the beer companies and the brewers of the country will merge and understand there's a responsibility to do here.
We're all like a capitalist society, so it doesn't matter like who it is. Everybody wants to be on top. Everybody wants to make more money than the next person.
Sure.
And like that's. I think like here today, like what we're going through, like the situation we're going through is that we don't necessarily want to make more money than you. We just want to be able to do what we're doing and survive
and have fun with it and do right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to make more money than you. I just want to make enough money so that I can survive. And kudos to you because you're doing great. Your company's doing awesome. You guys are making fucking money.
Sure, worked out.
Like you guys are, But the thing is like, there should be a place I think where people are like, hey, let's support each other so that we can raise the level of expectancy.
In general, I believe that's happening in the craft beer industry.
Yeah.
Now we got big boys like us.
Yeah.
We're a big boy in the craft beer industry, opposed to, which is popping up everywhere and great for our industry. Small little breweries happening. There's still that camaraderie, and they'll look to us for things. Can I kick yeast to a local brewer starting a 3-barrel system?
Yeah.
Happy to do that.
Yeah.
Tenfold,
Yeah.
And that's how that brotherhood and that camaraderie happens.
And you do that.
I do it anytime someone wants it. I'll do it.
Yeah. There's no reason why you can't.
Right.
You're either throwing it away or
you're dumping it or helping someone out. Yeah. From home brewer to small craft brewery and local. Yeah. The more breweries in a community, the better. It's an industry like none other. you have 15 construction companies in a small community, then they're fighting for that work. You know, they're all
trying to
fighting
get
for
that one gig.
Whereas the craft beer industry, if a customer is coming to one brewery, then they get to go to all 15.
Yeah.
And that's customer education. That's better for the economy. It's better for the brewing industry, and it's better for us as brewers. What are you doing over there? What are you brewing? Wow, teach me something.
Yeah.
You brew with me, I'll brew with you.
Yeah.
It's the one industry, I believe, in the country, at least in the United States, that it doesn't have to be I'll take you out back and hurt you if you try to do what I'm doing. It's we're all better in the community, in the brewing world, by helping each other.
Yeah.
And I've seen that from getting in the business in the early 90s to now. And now it's tenfold that. It is that. And always has been. I've seen it. It's never changed. It's the most consistent thing in the brewing industry is the camaraderie that we have. And that is why I love being in this industry. It's not for who takes care of who's brewing the best beer. It's about the camaraderie. And you like going to work every day, and then you can work with people. You know? Well, would you like another IPA?
Sure.
This ain't on tap. That's out back.
Yeah,
but you can have some of this if you want.
We'll have some of that.
Yeah. We'll just share this, I guess.
Thank
Like Scott.
Thanks, sir.
You know what? I'll grab
That was a lot of pointing to get that for.
Yeah, I'll grab an IPA if you don't mind.
Well,
Hey.
This has been another episode of This Is Awesome, and you should try it one of these days.
We say cheers. I hope.
God, that's a good beer.
That's it right there.